Hello, I'm going to review this LCD display that I just bought. I got it on Amazon. I think it cost me about 80 bucks. It was a Tontec or Tontec. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. It's a 1280 by 800. They make a couple different sizes. It's 7-inch, but they make a couple different resolutions. This, I think, was one of the higher resolutions. I wanted to make sure I got a full 1280 by 800 because I'm going to be using it for some computer applications. And the nice thing about it, on the side it has an HDMI port, a VGA port, and a composite port, so that, you know, works with just about anything I could possibly want to use it with. My plan for this is, you know, I have some servers, and occasionally you don't have a monitor handy to server, and you'd like to be able to plug something in, look at the console, see what's wrong. Also makes a good display for setting up Raspberry Pis, and that's what I'm going to demo it with today. One thing I don't like, it's got this stupid cord that comes out that has a composite and a power jack. To get rid of this, we'll have to take it apart, and I'm going to do that later in the video. So the things that it came with, the sort of big ungainly HDMI cable, kind of a heavy one. Remote control, I don't know why I would possibly want that. I think one of the purposes for this is you can use as like in your car, you put it on the back of your seat and your kid can watch TV, so maybe he'd want to use the remote control for that. That also came with a stand, kind of a flimsy plastic thing. It does have a metal screw there, and this does screw into a metal plate. That's about as far as it screws in, so that doesn't seem to work very well. There is a nut in here. Maybe if I back that way off and make it work then. I don't know, the display, I'm not real impressed with that. But I don't know that I bought it for its, the mounting stand I'm not real impressed with, but I don't know if I bought it for that purpose. Let's see if we just screw it in a little bit harder. Maybe it's just not being cooperative. That's about as hard as I want to try to screw that in. Yeah, so not thoroughly impressed with that. Also came with a power supply. This is good odds that this is the one it came with, but there's several of these sitting around on my desk, so it might not be the right one, but you know, it probably is, or if not, it's one like it. So we can power it up with that connector. It's gonna be kind and turn on. Plug it into the other connector. Okay, that one worked. So I will bet you that this one has come loose in there or something. So we'll take it apart in a little bit, and then we'll know what's happened. As I said, it's kind of a heavy HDMI cable, so it's not real convenient. I do have a much lighter, much more convenient HDMI cable. I got this on Amazon. I'm gonna use this one to demo it because it's a whole lot easier to work with. Okay, so let me hook up this Raspberry Pi. I've already put an SD card in it. We're gonna need power for our Raspberry Pi. Again, I'm using the nice light duty cable that I bought, not the heavy one that came with the monitor. Turned on our Raspberry Pi, and here, let me shut off the light. Should be able to see that, so you can kind of see it's reasonably readable. Let me turn the autofocus on. Let it focus to the screen so you can kind of see this Raspberry Pi booting up. Autofocus back off. Let's angle it up. Would have been nice if the little stand would have worked. There, we can kind of make that work. We don't need no stupid stand. Grab myself a little keyboard here, and I have a nice little terminal that we can log in on. You can see the last line of text. It's way down there at the bottom. I mean, you could still read it, so you know it's good. I can do stuff on it, and if I've lost my network connection to a computer, this is good enough for me to look at it, squint real close, and get it to work. Let's see what buttons it has on it. What's that one do? Okay, that switches the source. So that would be the composite jack, the other composite jack. So maybe we get to maybe those are separate inputs. Yeah, so it's got two composite jacks that we could use. This was VGA. I don't know what and they're back at HDMI. So it's got HDMI, AV1, AV2, VGA, and back to HDMI. What do we have here? Menu. Well, here's plus and minus. So, yeah, plus and minus are our brightness, brighter or dimmer. Menu. So yeah, it's got, some stuff that it can do. It can set its color, contrast, hue, saturation, color, temperature, language, transparency for the menu, horizontal and vertical position. I'm not really going to use the remote. I mean, we'll assume it works, but who cares? Yeah, so that's basically it. Seems to work, seems to do what I want. Let's take it apart. Okay, let's see what it takes to get into this thing. Normal Phillips screws. Okay, it kind of cracks open like so. Here we go. Little board is loose. Just to prove how easy it is to get rid of this thing, unhook that, and now that annoying pigtail thing is gone. So looking in here to see what's in here, it's a little adapter here for the ribbon cable. So here goes down here to run to the front panel buttons. Looks like maybe there's a header so you could have an alternate VGA or composite output perhaps. A couple headers over here, don't really know what they do. 27 megahertz crystal. 2576, that's a switching regulator there. And our main chip here is an RTD2660H F8A36G1. I don't know if there's a whole lot more to see inside of this thing. I guess it does have some part numbers on the back. So it's a 2AV, 1 VGA, 1 HDMI, TTL, 50 pin LVDS, ACC. Oh, and here's pins that tell you what's on these. So over here we've got ground, 1212. Over here 1212, on, off, no connect, grounded, ground. So on, off switch we could put there maybe. And then over here, ground AV2, ground AV1 ACC. So let's take a look at this cable. Yeah, so we could access both of the composite inputs from this connector, which would be good if we needed hardwired someplace. And this red pin, so that's why this thing wasn't working, is this is it's marked ACC, so this is probably accessory. This red jack is probably an output, not an input, I would guess. So maybe this only puts power out on this when it's on. So powered up, use the power jack on here. Don't use power jack there. I guess maybe it'd help if I read the manual. Not much else to see. I think I'm going to put it back together. So one last thing I wanted to show is I did get what I think turned out to be a useful accessory. It's this. This is a Amazon Basics carrying case. I think it's like small electronics carrying case or something like that. And it's just about the right size for this, so I can take the display, I can fit it in there. This is my Amazon HDMI cable, a nice slim one that I got that's nice and flexible. Fit it in there, tuck it away. You know, even the remote I can shove in this little pocket here. I don't know if there's a convenient place for the transformer, just because it's not super big. I guess you could probably wad up the transformer and jam it in kind of like that. For me, I've got so many of these transformers, it's never going to be a problem finding one of those when I need it. And then zip it up. Kind of nice and snug in there, but you know, then you could stow this on the bench or take it with you when you need to go work on a computer someplace. And that's it. Thank you for watching my video. Please visit my website at www.smbaker.com for more electronics projects and sandrail stuff. Bye.